Are you tired of feeling like you're just going through the motions with your health? Adding another pill, another nose spray, trying another restrictive diet, and not really seeing significant or lasting improvement in your symptoms? It can feel like Groundhog Day, right? Especially when you're dealing with something chronic like allergies or autoimmunity. Today, though, I want to talk to you about hopping off that treatment treadmill, about finding treatments that are not just effective, but also efficient. What if I told you that 80% of your health improvements could come from just 20% of your efforts? And what if the reason you're not getting better isn't because you're not doing enough, but because you're doing too much of the wrong things? Hi, I'm Dr. Kara Wada, 4 times board certified allergy, immunology, lifestyle functional medicine doc, and certified life coach. And for over 15 years, I've helped thousands of patients break free from what I call the treatment treadmill, that endless cycle of adding more pills, more sprays, more restriction without seeing real lasting improvement. As someone living with Sjogren's disease, an autoimmune condition myself, I've been trapped on that exhausting treadmill too. And I know what it feels like to follow every protocol to the T, try every supplement, and still wake up feeling defeated. But today, we're changing that. Today, you're getting off that treadmill for good. So let's talk about the problem, why more isn't always better. It's a hard truth, right? If you're watching this video, you're probably overwhelmed. You might be dealing with allergies that practically control your life, multiple antihistamines that barely take the edge off but make you sleepy and dry everything out, nasal sprays you've been using for years that smell gross or give you some nosebleeds from time to time, maybe weekly allergy shots that seem to go on for years and years and years, or tissues that have become your constant companion in your pockets. And you're having to buy those Costco-sized boxes of them, right? Or maybe you're living with an autoimmune condition that feels impossible to manage. Supplement protocols with upwards of 20 to 30 different pills in a day. Elimination diets so restrictive, you're afraid to eat anything. Endless doctor's appointments for more tests, copays, and bills that leave you with more questions than answers, and results that seemingly are always normal or don't lead to anything fruitful. And here's what's happening. We've been conditioned to believe that healing means addition. Add another medication, add a supplement, add another restriction. But what if the problem isn't that we aren't doing enough? What if the problem is that we're doing too much of the wrong things? And this is where people get stuck. We're so busy running on the treatment treadmill that we never stop to ask the most important question: is this actually working? So what's the science behind this madness? Before we talk solutions, let's understand why this happens. There are 3 main reasons people get stuck on the treatment treadmill. Reason number 1, the addition trap. We are taught that more equals better, especially in the United States, right? Feeling worse? Add another supplement. Still having symptoms? How about this medication? This leads to a lot of treatment layering. And although that really can be helpful sometimes, when we keep adding things and don't think about subtracting, that's when we get into trouble. Reason number 2 is the shotgun approach. Instead of identifying those driving root causes, that perfect storm that is really driving inflammation, we take a shotgun approach, hoping that if we try enough things, something eventually will work. And this is exhausting, this is expensive, and it's often ineffective. And I see this happen actually most often when it comes to that diagnostic odyssey. Go see the ENT, go see the rheumatologist, go see the neurologist, right? Ping-ponging or playing the hot potato game from office to office, trying to find an answer, while no one's actually stepping back and looking at the whole picture. Number 3 is the quick fix mentality. We want results yesterday. I mean, we can order anything from Amazon and have it on our doorstep the next day, sometimes even the same day. So when something doesn't work immediately, we have a tendency to abandon it and try the next shiny object. We never give the right interventions enough time to work. But here's the thing about our immune system. It's incredibly smart. It doesn't respond well to chaos. It responds to consistent, targeted interventions that address that perfect storm, not just the symptoms that are the result of it. And this is where the Pareto Principle can become a game changer. So this is the 80-20 rule. And it comes more from business education. It was discovered by the Italian economist Vilfredo Pareto, and he noticed that 80% of effects will come from about 20% of causes. This principle tends to show up in a lot of ways across our lives, across the universe. And if we focus in on those 20% things that are going to move the dial, can make a huge difference. And I'm going to share some examples. So let's apply this 80-20 rule to our allergies. Instead of taking multiple antihistamines, using 2 or 3 different nose sprays, sinus rinses, getting your weekly allergy shots for years, what if we focused on interventions that actually retrain the immune system in a more effective and efficient way? So traditional allergy treatments like antihistamines and nasal sprays truly are like putting a Band-Aid on a broken pipe. You're managing symptoms, but you're not really addressing the underlying dysregulation or glitching of the immune system. So this is where this 20% principle can really move the dial substantially when it comes to allergy relief. If we're engaging in targeted immune system retraining, we're teaching your immune system to stop overreacting to the things it's responding to. We can also layer in environmental control, identifying and minimizing your specific triggers. We can work on optimizing gut health, since 70% of our immune system lives in our gut. And occasionally we'll use a little bit of strategic supplementation if some things are deficient. But this is why innovative treatments like intralymphatic immunotherapy are so powerful, right? Targeted immune system retraining can really be a huge game changer. But when it requires you to go to the office weekly, if not, or monthly for years on end, it's not convenient. It's not efficient, even though it is effective. ILIT cuts that time down to just 8 weeks, 3 visits. So instead of weekly shots that are injecting that allergen under the skin, those immune cells are taking that allergen back to the lymph node. We are injecting an ILIT using an ultrasound, a small amount of allergen directly into the lymph node. It's where the immune training actually happens. It's more efficient, it's more effective, and it gets you off the treatment treadmill faster. All right, now we're going to apply the 80-20 rule to autoimmunity. With autoimmune conditions, the treatment treadmill often looks like supplement overload and dietary restriction madness. I've seen people taking 40 plus tablets, capsules from supplements a day, following extremely rigid elimination diets, so restrictive they're afraid to eat anything. They've lost 20 plus pounds and they're feeling terrible. And often they have shifted into a mindset of scarcity. They are in starvation mode. All of these things are actually driving increased stress responses, which is totally counter to what you want in autoimmunity. So, what are the big factors that we can work on for autoimmunity? Stress management, chronic stress and activation of our cortisol and that psychoneuroimmunology axis is really critical. And it is a big driver in autoimmune disease development and progression. One of the factors that's been huge for me is sleep. Sleep is our time when our body is able to regenerate and repair. It's critical to optimize our sleep. And then personalizing nutrition based on your specific issues, how your body reacts to food, what flavors and things do you like. The key is identifying your specific 20%. What works for you may not work for someone else. And, occasionally we are using some targeted evidence-based anti-inflammatory support, things like omega-3s, prebiotics, which are helping really fuel that production of short-chain fatty acids, right? These are things that have great evidence behind them and are a handful at most of things rather than this laundry list of supplements. The immune confident approach is really your roadmap to step off the treadmill. It's where instead of the chaotic try everything method, we really become strategic detectives together. How that starts is through deep listening and an assessment. We don't start with tests. We start with your story, your symptoms, your triggers, your patterns. Your body is constantly giving you information, and we need to learn how to listen. When did your symptoms start? What makes them better or worse? What's your stress pattern? How's your sleep and digestion? What have you tried already? And how did that go? Then step 2 is targeted strategic testing. No shotgun testing. Strategic, we are looking for specific markers that will guide our treatment plan. Inflammatory markers that matter, nutrient deficiencies that impact immune system function, talking through the role of food sensitivities, intolerances, and true allergies, and discovering environmental triggers that we may not recognize. Step 3 is personalized implementation. This is where we identify your 20%. Based on your unique situation, we really create a focused plan that targets that perfect storm of root causes, not just the symptoms themselves. The goal isn't to overwhelm you with options, it's to give you clarity and confidence in your healing journey. We're looking beyond quick fixes and really working on building long-term health. That's what separates the 80-20 approach from every other health trend. We are not looking for quick fixes. We're building sustainable long-term health. Instead of adding more and more and more and more and chasing every new trend, following generic protocols that don't fit your life, feeling overwhelmed and defeated, we're really focusing on simplifying, subtracting what's not working, investing in interventions with proven results that are effective and efficient, and creating personalized strategies that really fit your life. It's building confidence in your body's ability to heal. It's not about perfection, it's about progress, and it's about finding a few things that truly move the needle and doing those consistently over time. The mindset shift is crucial. From what else can I add to what can I simplify? Why isn't this working to what is working and how can I optimize it? From I have to do everything to I need to do the right things and to focus those energies on that. So how do you start applying this today? Here are 3 immediate action steps you can take. Number 1, the treatment audit. Look at everything you're currently doing for your health. List all the medications, the supplements, and take note, which ones do you feel make a difference? And bring that list with you to your next appointment with your healthcare team. Identify which of those things on your treatment plan are things you're taking just in case, and be honest about what you think's working versus what's wishful thinking. Now, I don't want you starting or stopping anything without your personal health team on board, right? This is all about education, not personalized medical advice. Action step number 2, though, is identifying your top 3 symptoms. Instead of trying to fix everything all at once, what are the 3 things that impact your life the most? And which one thing, if improved, would really make the biggest difference? Start there, put your focus there, and get wins there. Action step 3, the 1-week simplification challenge. Pick one area to simplify this week. Is there a morning supplement routine that, something on there that wasn't necessarily recommended, you just added in? Rethink that. Do you need to have that there? Can it be simplified? Is there one dietary change that you could try out rather than overhauling everything? Maybe it's trying to add a little bit more fiber every day or some emphasis on your omega-3s. Maybe it's choosing quality sleep over a late night health research and scrolling, moving that phone charger out of the bedroom and into the other room so that you can really focus on getting restful sleep. Remember, progress over perfection. It's small, consistent changes that create lasting results. Now, I have some incredible news, especially for those of you listening that are dealing with allergies. The Immune Confident Institute is so excited to be a member of the ONI Learning community. We offer intralymphatic immunotherapy right here in Central Illinois, and it is the perfect example of the 80-20 principle in action. Instead of weekly allergy shots, ILIT delivers targeted immune system retraining with just 3 injections over 8 weeks. We're talking about getting your life back in 2 months, not 3 to 5 years. We've extended our grand opening special offer for our introductory pricing. If you schedule your ILIT consultation by June 27th, and you'll lock in our promotional price of $2,500, that's half off the regular price for that 3 injection series. This is the final extension of this offer. Even if you're not in Ohio, we are welcoming patients from all over the country someone coming in from Maryland, from Wisconsin, and we're creating a travel guide to make your visit absolutely seamless. For comprehensive care, I am licensed in about 15 states, I think now. I'd love to work with you directly through the Immune Confident Institute. And if you're not in one of those states, we also offer one-to-one medical mentorship appointments. This is perfect for really getting personalized guidance to identify your 20%. If you want me in your state, join our practice waitlist to let me know where you are. And don't forget about our free resources, the free Facebook groups, and the upcoming virtual Sjogren Summit. It's our 4th year, an incredible event we have planned focused on building your network, which is critical when you are living with a systemic autoimmune condition. All links are in the description below. Now it's your turn. What is the one thing that you are going to simplify in your health routine this week? Drop it in the comments below and let's support each other in stepping off that treatment treadmill. Hit that subscribe button if this resonated with you, and I'll see you next week with more strategies to help you become truly immune confident.